AI app builders are insane right now. You can build almost anything in minutes. But once you try to use it in a real business with real users, things start to break. So I built something I could actually run my business on using Softr. Not just a cool web app, but real software that runs everything in my business. No code, no devs needed, and completely free until you decide to scale. Its capability will genuinely blow you away. Before we get into the build, here's where Softr separates itself from typical vibe coding tools and how well it actually works straight out of the gate. You get your database, app, and automations all in one place, replacing tools like Airtable and Zapier. Logins, permissions, hosting, security, it's all built in from the start, instead of something you have to figure out or bolt on later on. Unlike most tools, you don't hit a wall. You can actually own, manage, and scale this yourself. It asks the right questions to structure your app properly, not just generate something and hope it works. It holds up with real users, real data, and real workflows, not just a prototype that needs a lot of fixing to get it to work properly. Generate with AI, then tweak things your way, either visually with a click or using vibe coding for custom changes without constant reprompting. Now, today I'm going to show you how to build a client portal and internal workflow system with AI, all in one place. Now you could apply this use case to any business out there, but I've actually tailored this prompt to build it around my video production business and the workflow inside it. So to get started using Softr AI App Builder for free, use the link in the pinned comment and description below where you'll also get some extra free credits. Then just log in using the options here. Once in the dashboard, we're going to use the power of the Generate with AI feature. Let's go. Now here's where the magic happens with the prompt. I'm going to start by describing the use case and you'll see it begin building in real time, not just a UI, but the whole system coming together. So I've pasted that prompt in that I've already prepared. Now you can see the main components here are a client portal, an internal dashboard, a CRM to manage clients, task management to assign to staff and team members, and then role-based access with different permissions. So let's go ahead and send that off. Now at the start here, after it's digested the prompt, it's going to walk you through a few simple questions here to understand how your system should actually work. Things like users, what they're presented with, workflows, the structure of the actual back end. So instead of guessing, it's helping define the setup with you before it goes ahead and builds everything out. Great, so I've sped up the recording here so we can move through it a bit quicker, but you can still see what's happening. So it actually sets up the database for you in the background. So you're not messing around with external tools or trying to bolt things on manually afterwards. So early on here, it's already thinking about users and access, who can log in, what they can see, and how everything is controlled. Before it even finishes building, it shows you exactly what you're getting, the pages, the features, the permissions, so you're not guessing what the AI is doing. You can kind of see it happen right in front of you like you can see here. Now as this runs, and you can see on the screen here, it's building the full structure. That is databases, relationships, and very useful sample data. That is, it pre-fills in all the fields. Try and say that 5 times fast. So everything is all visible, nothing hidden behind the scenes. You can see it happening in front of your eyes. And once the full database is ready, the app builds straight on top of it with everything already connected and working together. Also during the build, you can see on the left hand side, we've got each of the steps that are being taken, descriptions of each of those steps. So as you're building, you can go get a cup of coffee or take the time to read those as it goes through the build. Perfect, that is all finished. That took about seven and a half minutes. We can skip that and stay inside the studio to do some editing or just try it out live straight away. And it opens up in another window here, and this gives us the full preview. And we'll come back to the editor a little bit later to make a few changes. So first I'll just take a quick look around. It's already built out a full system, not just a single page. So right now I'm viewing it as the agency owner, the admin, you might say. You have the home tab, which is essentially your dashboard with all your information. Looking inside the project page, and we can see we have each of those different project phases, and we have pre-filled sample data in each of those phases. So let's open up this project, customer testimonial for Bright Dental, which is currently in script phase. We can see all the details of that particular project. Let's say that a team member says, hey, we finished the scripting, let's move on to filming. We can just drag and drop that over here, and it's fully functioning, as you can see. And we can filter by priority or client. Next, we have the tasks page. So here we have a to-do list of all the tasks across all the projects we have, who it's assigned to, and when the due date is. So let's choose a random one here and pick this and choose edit task. And if we wanted to adjust what had to be done in that task, we could, or probably when we actually create that item, we pre-populate it. Moving on to clients, and we can see our list of dummy clients, which is great, all their contact details. So that is our CRM. And as I said before, we can use API call-ups to link this with our other CRM software if we want to bring that into here. Or why not just build it and keep it inside the software you just built here. Taking a look at deals again, and this is our deals pipeline for each of our potential clients. We have them in the lead phase, discovery phase, proposal sent, negotiation, won and lost. And again, we have that drag and drop functionality. Let's come back to projects. And as I mentioned earlier, we have the different views. So we have desktop view, we have tablet view, and then we have our mobile view as well. Now, switching between different user roles, you can see how the experience changes for clients, team members, and admins alike. So currently I'm in the admin role and I have access to all 5 of those as I've shown you before. But for example, let's say I was going to be a team member, and you can see there is deals still displayed here, but I have restricted permission for a team member. So when I click this, it says permission denied. That's exactly how I wanted it set. And back in the editor, which I'll show you in a minute, you can actually change permissions for each of these pages and who gets to see what. Now coming over to a client view, let's choose Michael Chen here and change to his view. It's actually changed the visibility of what you actually even see in the sidebar here. This particular client can see all the projects that's going on. Now I wouldn't want that, so I'd need to dig into the editor to have a look at how I can change those permissions so that Michael can only see the project that's specifically related to his company. But considering the software just built this off its own back with guidance from me, it's done a pretty good job to know that it should only show a home page for that client as well as the projects page, instead of being able to access all the other pages there. Now you can see that this is all built using structured blocks and components that are already wired up to the data, which is why everything just works out of the box. And if you want to customize things further, you can mix and match these blocks or extend them. And if you need something more advanced, you can drop in a vibe coding on top of this. So coming back over to the studio where we can make visual changes. I mentioned before that we can use AI vibe coding to make changes inside the studio here, and here is where you do that. Or you can make visual changes, so you can select this block and change different things about the content, its styles, visibility, who can see it and on which devices they can see it. And then you can have, as I mentioned before, you can mess around with which users can see what inside a particular page. Like for this one, this is my project page. And let's say that when logged in as a client, instead of them being able to see every project in here, we can add a conditional feature where we add a condition where the client's name matches the name inside that project such that they only see that project when they log in, and then so on and so forth for the rest of the clients. And then you could do it for the admin team as well, or staff members, so that they only see the projects or the deals in the deal pipeline that they are supposed to see, that they are allocated to. So that would be via visual means and using button presses and typing things in and selecting fields, where I could vibe code and say, make it so that only the clients who are associated to that project can see the projects in that view. But for the purposes of the video, I'm not going to show you that today. Let's move on. Now behind all this interface is the actual database. Now this is where all the information sits, and you can open it up, edit it like a spreadsheet, but it's actually structured and relational under the hood, and even use AI to help you manage things within here. Now, here is where the user management side of things sits. All of the different user groups are set up already, and you can control who has access to what and invite people straight in this way. Here you can set the authentication, you can actually see all the users that we already currently have, and then define user groups. You can add data restrictions and then manage your notifications here as well. Coming over to workflows, and you can see here's where you connect things such as Airtable, Notion, APIs, and keep everything in sync. Great, so let's say you're happy with how everything looks in the back end. You've made some edits, you've had to play around in the preview, demoing it as different user types. Now, from the moment I hit publish here, everything is live. That's everything from hosting to login, password reset, user roles. It's all set up. I could share this with my team or a client straight away. And if I want to check permissions or access, I'm not digging through code. I can just see it clearly in the Softr dashboard here and preview it instantly. Pricing wise, Softr is super accessible. You can get started completely free, as I said before, with a small user base. And if you want to scale, plans start from just $49 per month. Remember to use the link in the pinned comment or description below to access those free credits. Watch this video next to see the best all-in-one AI content creation tool for AI image, video, and voice. Also subscribe to the channel for more AI updates just like this. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you there.